First dream team day
Yeah.
with the Lynx, how fun was today out here?
It's the best. I mean, that's just like the best stuff that you'll remember later on in your life when you think about seasons and stuff. And it brings out another side of our players. And I think the kids had a great time. Jumped right in, and all of a sudden you're scoring baskets on the Lynx court with Lynx players. And so that was cool. I mean, that'll be the best 20, 30 minutes of the week right there.
All the players who came over were more winded than usual. It seemed. How was the energy once we got the kids out here?
Oh yeah, it was great. I think they were rebounding hard in the one game to make sure their kid got to get some extra shots up. So they had to rebound against each other a little bit. So that was fun. Yeah.
I mean, Courtney was throwing elbows. There was allegations of cheating out there.
Oh, there was definitely cheating out there. Yeah, Courtney being high on the list. I think Diamond's always cheating. But Courtney was trying to block out Masha, and they were at a real disadvantage. So it's important you pick the right teammate.
On that note, though, with Masha and Ola, I wanted to ask, what specifically have you seen from them in the past few weeks that's impressed you most?
I mean, Ola, we kind of threw her in the deep end, right? She got here a little later in camp, and we had her try out some different positions and kind of just try to learn everything. We don't want to put her in a box earlier in her career. So that's going to come with mistakes, especially, it's not your first language and it's a new country. You've never been here before. So giving her some grace to work through some things in a new environment. But I think she's getting comfortable now, and we're seeing her be assertive within our offense, defensively, using her athleticism. Masha came in and was just an easy fit. You can tell that's somebody who's been playing pro basketball for a long time, and I think his impressed teammates. Like the first 3 days she was here, she was on the floor for loose balls, and that's not maybe what we all associated with her before we got her, but she's come in and just been willing to do whatever she's needed to do. We kind of joked they've had a little connection on a couple plays, and maybe that's a language thing, just makes things easier. But they're going to be important for us.
Have you picked up any Russian?
No, Lindsay's our resident Russian speaker, so yeah, she's way ahead of me.
Can you give us an update on how Sophie's doing after going out in the last game?
She was feeling decent today. I think Cheryl has said that it's something that she's dealt with before, so just trying to get her feeling good. We know it's a long year.
Back on Ola, I mean, I've seen you working with her after practices. It seems like she's just kind of always in the gym. What's that work ethic like? And she's 20 years old. How kind of rare is it for someone in her situation?
Yeah, I think, obviously in game she's not playing a ton of minutes. So we're going to view it as this is her chance to really develop and work on some things that maybe when you are playing big minutes every other night, that it's hard to add on that additional stuff. So Sefu, our player development coach, is kind of taking charge of her shooting. So you guys see her doing that a lot after practice, and she's 2-3 years younger than a lot of the people that were college seniors or super seniors in this last draft. So we want to be sitting here in a year or two going, look at the progress she's made, and there's no time to wait for that. So we're just going to dive right in, and she's been very willing. I think she wants to be great. Time will tell on that.
And then in 2-3 years, what does that progress look like ideally? What are some of the goals that you guys have with her?
It's probably a wide range of things. I think the biggest thing coming into a team like this, especially a veteran team that expects to compete, is can Cheryl trust you defensively? Can your veteran teammates trust you defensively? And that's communication, so we're trying to help her on that front, especially in a second language. Do you understand defensive rotations? Her ball pressure and her physicality is already ahead of the curve, I would say, for someone her age. Then offensively, just understanding timing. And then it's a matter of just skilling up her game. Ball handling, passing. The shooting's going to be kind of a longer-term project. There's a lot of things she can do. We're just trying to prioritize the things that'll maybe get her on the court and get her a little confidence sooner.
And then just a quick follow. With those things, how much does it help having a veteran like Masha who can talk to her, point out those things, and also in her language?
I think the language thing probably helps a little bit. Honestly, where she is positionally, it's probably watching people like BC and Mac every day. You want to know where to be in the right spot and at the right time. Bridget Carlton's about as good as it gets. How to be in the right spot to help defensively, how we're supposed to pressure the ball, when to cut, when to move. You couldn't ask for a better mentor there. So, we're kind of encouraging her, hey, watch the group in front of you. Watch what BC does. That's your position. So, hopefully that will really speed her along.
Have to hit on Diamond, obviously, with the game that she just had. Obviously, was getting emotional post-game just about all that she's been through and how much that moment meant. What has impressed you the most with just her ability to show up consistently and with such a positive attitude through it all?
Yeah, I would say she's been, very coachable. Cheryl's never, I don't think, been easy on her, and I think hopefully she's turned a corner and just understanding that Cheryl sees something in her, we see something in her, and that there's another level she can go to. Defensively, I think, is the biggest thing. She was willing to take the challenge of Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, and then sometimes the offense works itself out when you're willing to commit and take that challenge on at the other end of the court, and maybe don't worry about your scoring and don't worry about your playmaking. All of a sudden, it's amazing how that picks up when you're doing a good job on the other end.
Are you working with the forwards primarily with this group?
I have more of the wing group.
Okay.
More of the wing group, yeah.
So you're working with Diamond. I mean, what are you seeing with her in practice that kind of gives that hope that she really can be something?
I think every day we're just on her about defensively using her physical tools without fouling, talking, being in the right spot, being focused off the ball. Offensively, we want to get her some easy points. We want her to get out in transition and run the floor and reward her when she cuts hard and sprints hard. That's on her, but it's also on having her teammates understand this is how we can, really reward her for the work she's doing. And then, shooting the open threes at the right time. I think over the years there's probably been a little discussion about what the right time is. But being able to get her downhill, making plays in the paint. And then we threw her out there in a small lineup the other night. She made some nice reads, got a slip layup. So, just trying to keep the list simple of, hey, if you do these things, you can keep yourself on the court. Can you defend without fouling? Can you rebound the ball? Can you get out in transition?
So the step back three was maybe a yes moment?
I think that maybe it classified as a bonus. We'll call it a bonus. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kind of speaks to her confidence, though, right? I mean, how important is it to have a game like that where it shows, product of all the work that she's been putting in?
It is. I mean, it's a boring answer, but we left her on the court because she was guarding Chelsea and Jackie. She gave us a physical presence on that end, and it helped that she made shots and she got some points attacking the basket. But when we're over there deciding who to play, taking care of the other team's best players and being able to have a physical matchup for them, that's what kept her in the game for a longer stretch.
On guarding 94 feet, too. I mean,
Yeah.
How many players can guard Jackie Young from baseline to baseline?
No, and that was a major key going into the game because Jackie will get that thing off a made free throw and go 94 feet. So you need somebody that's going to rise and take that challenge.